Hey guys, in today's video I thought I'd do a different one than the usual insects. And today we're going on fairy creatures. And today it's Thor, my Roborovski dwarf hamster. And I thought I'd show you guys my take on how I set up their sort of habitat slash cages. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. First of all, you're going to need some sort of bedding. I use fine sawdust, but I will eventually moving them on to equestrian sawdust, which is just sort of thicker, or bigger pieces, which means there's less dust and it's just generally a lot better for them as well, and it holds their burrows better. But what you want to do is you also want to get yourself some toys and stuff. I actually use toilet roll tubes as well. Same with my hissing cockroach, mainly just so it's it's a bit chewable. And also, it's a good hide for them as well. I'll also be giving him his seesaw. So this is the sort of setup I've created here. Obviously, I've got his nice little house, which he can go in from this side as well. And he's got his little hut up there, which will be filled with some sort of tissue paper bedding. So I've got his playhouse and a couple of tubes. But because I have the rosewood Pico cage, you have to sort of be aware when you're placing things in, where you're putting them, because of the platforms. And obviously I had to put the bigger items this side and the smaller items this side because of the ramp. But yeah, when you've done that, put the cage together and then on to the next step. So now the cage is together, I also forgot to mention that I do have a wheel. It's a clip-on one that actually clips onto the side of the bars. I prefer these because obviously then it utilises this huge space he's got here, and also allows you to have the floor space completely filled with whatever you want, and gives you more, variety down below for your little hammy. I do also have this as well, which is supposed to house a water bottle, but for a dwarf, it's quite high up compared to one of these clip-on ones which I have, which will go right here where I've marked in red Sharpie, as filled with fresh water. Like so, which obviously is a lot lower down for him. That makes it easy for him to drink. The cage does also come with a house, which I do use. It simply snaps on like that, and then opens up for easy cleaning and maintenance. Now it's time to move on to create his sort of bed area. I like to use Nature's Own sawdust. Also I will be switching to the equestrian version. It's because I got it from the range, I think it is. It's quite cheap. But what I do is I also leave a small layer of sawdust in the bottom so it soaks up any sort of mess. And then I'll construct the majority of his nests with this stuff. I do not recommend using the sort of weird silk fibre sort of bundles you see sometimes in Pets at Home, B&M if you're in the UK. I don't recommend using their stuff. It's like a really sort of thick stuff that comes from a pod. It's apparently all natural, but I've seen so many different articles and reports of where people have actually complained about the product, where it's actually suffocated and clogged up the hamster's mouths to the point of had to have actually removed, or the hamster has unfortunately died. So I'd recommend using this stuff. It's cleaner, it's safer, and it's much cheaper as well. But yeah. Next up, when you made his bed and scattered some bedding around for him to make his own sort of nests with, you want to go on to his food. And for my hamsters, I use a mix of different bags of food, such as wag. I don't even know. There's about 6 different bags of food that I mix together, all different varieties. As you can see, there's sort of bits of carrot, peanuts, flakes, mealworms, pellet sticks, banana, sweet corn, different types of seeds as well. And yeah, they absolutely go crazy for them, and it's a great variety as well. You can also give them fruit. They do love various types of fruit. Be careful though to go online and to check what they can and can't have, as some are very poisonous and can potentially kill your animal. But yeah. Now the cage is complete, I did forget to mention again that I've gave him one of his chews back, because he absolutely loves those. And they're also good for his teeth, and there's all sorts of little treats and stuff in there for him to have. And I've also scattered around in different places some mealworms, sunflower seeds, etc. and stuff like that. Now it's time to add a little fairy friend. Go on, Thor. I'm desperate to check out his new home. Morning, buddy. Here you go. Oh, he's in his tunnel. And the camera is refusing to focus on it. Oh, there he is. Now, if this is your first time setting up a cage for a hamster, I wouldn't recommend handling them for a couple of days after, if, you know, this is the first time coming home with you. But obviously he's been my little guy for about almost 2 years now. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned, stay awesome. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.